Do a topic that is a big deal for us soccer fans in America, Mexico, North America in general. We move on to discuss Türkiye. They pulled off the upset against Austria in a very exciting game, one of the best games of this round of 16. We had a few good games, but man, this one how phenomenal of a game was this? Really up and down game, dominated in terms of general play by Austria, but Turkey, they were able to be clinical in transition. They took advantage of set pieces. They really had the perfect start, and it opened up any sort of possibility that they win this game with the goal within the first minute on a corner with Demirel being able to fire in like a second, third rebound type of goal. And then from there on out, I mean, Turkey, they defended, they broke out when they needed to. Austria, they had an opportunity immediately after to equalize, and then they had like 3 or 4, but they just really weren't able to find that final ball, that real final cutting edge to get the goals. And the set piece defending was not good enough. 2 brilliant balls played in by Arda, by the way, but the set piece defending was not good enough. Demirel was able to get 2, and Austria real lacked the cutting edge to get the equalizer, to get a score goals throughout the duration of the game. They were able to take advantage of a set piece themselves, but the way that they played in this game and how much possession they had and how many shots, their only goal coming off set piece, it was just not their day. Turkey played their most perfect game while Austria didn't have their day. And again, you could be the better team, but on that one day, whoever plays their best game on that one day is gonna move on. And Turkey was able to do that. Austria weren't. And at the end of the day, that's what makes football great, because these are one-leg games. These are not like 7-game series in the NBA where the best team will win no matter what. That's not the case in this sport, especially in these major international tournaments. They don't even have a second leg here. These knockout stages, they're one game, do or die. And Austria did not survive, while Turkey were able to push on their tournament. If you look at the stats from this game, 21 shots for Austria, 6 shots for Turkey, 5 shots on target for Austria, 3 shots on target for Turkey, 61% possession for Austria, 39% for Turkey. It shows that throughout the duration of the game, Austria were the better team, the team that had more control of the ball. And also keep in mind this: Austria and Turkey played a few months ago, right before, like a month or two before the Euros began, and Austria were able to beat 6-1. So Turkey, they recognized the ability of this Austria team. And Austria, they played this Turkey team before, and maybe that had some sort of factor. Beating a team twice is pretty difficult, but still, beating them 6-1. But still, by the way, that last-minute save from the Turkish goalkeeper, I believe his name was Mert, M-E-R-T, Mert. What a save! Because look, in terms of the save itself, I don't know. I've never been a goalkeeper, even at the lowest level, so I don't know if I'm even qualified to save. But in terms of the save himself, I don't think it looked the most difficult, because he seems like he's already almost going that way even before the header comes in. It's a very good reaction, very good instincts and all that. But I think the bounce led to a comfortable height for him to make that save. I wasn't really as impressed as other people are. I still think it's a very, very good save, don't get me wrong. But, they were saying, like, save of the tournament and all that. I don't know about that. But what does make it, a huge save, and, it's the moment it comes in. And I think that's what people are really, really, but they don't really notice it. But I think that's what really make people think how good of a save it is, because of the moment it came in, because it was a massive moment. Literally, basically the final kick of the game, Austria went on to take a corner kick. It doesn't go anywhere. Referee blows the whistle. But yeah, big save, and without that save, Austria makes it 2-2, entering that extra time with momentum. We're probably not seeing Turkey at these European Championships anymore. It's that sort of that's what it's like at this sort of level. Now, this is, by the way, the first time Turkey has reached the quarterfinals of anything, of any sort of competition since 2008, where, if y'all remember, the Croatia-Turkey mishap, or whatever you want to call it, happened. Turkey actually went on to reach the semifinal of that European Championship in 2008, where they would go on to lose to Germany in that round of 16, and yeah, so this is a Turkey team that's long overdue for this sort of run. They were able to reach quarterfinals. I think a lot of people didn't really give them the respect that maybe they deserved following before these European Championships, a lot because of how much they failed a lot of people's expectations before the 2020, 21, whatever you want to call it, the COVID Euros, because a lot of people had them, as dark horses, that could potentially go on a run, because of the quality of players within the squad and all that. But yeah, maybe that a lot of the lack of forgiveness fans have over that team kind of carried with this Turkish team in terms of the belief. But now they're in the quarterfinals, and yeah, and honestly, they have not been that impressive to me. Honestly, I thought in that opening game against Georgia, it was up and down, frantic. I don't think they dominated Georgia by any say. In fact, it took two absolute moments of magic from Turkey to get past Georgia. I thought they were absolutely walloped by Portugal, not just based on the 3-0 scoreline, but overall I thought they were dominating that match. The only match that Portugal have really been able to dominate at this European Championships, in terms of not just performance but results. And in that final game against Czechia, very shaky, going up against a 10-man team, and really suffered for bits in that game. They were able to win the game through the last minute counterattack, but Czechs were not win the game. Yeah, win the game, but they were throwing numbers forward, and they only had 10 men at the same time. Something was bound to happen. But yeah, as I saw, the Turkey didn't really have an impressive group stage, so I really had no expectations for them going into this. But if things break your way, especially if they break your way early, like this way you did, it kind of just shifts the whole way that the game goes at from there on point. You getting the lead right away, and really, that goal in the first minute, in my opinion, is a big goal, because that's literally, in my opinion, the difference between them going home or still being at these European Championships. And they survived. And in these sort of games, now that you reach the knockout stages, we talk about this a lot for England, but for a team like Turkey, honestly, now you find yourself three games away, and it don't matter, if the other team has 65-70% possession. You get more goals, you're more clinical than the other team, you win, and you only, your performances don't matter at this point. Just get the result done. 3 games left. In Turkey, they find themselves in a good position to do that. As they take on Netherlands, and this is a Turkey team that that has had some criticism. Vincenzo Montella, the manager of Turkey, he actually was part of. He ended up getting suffered some abuse, as he was subjected to an assault on the eardrums from some of Turkey's the ultras, and they've expressed their discomfort with the way the team performed, but now reaching quarterfinals, wow, big turnaround for them.